Hi everybody, thanks for joining us. So in last week's video, we covered off on our departure from Sudbury. What was interesting is, although we've been living as full-time RVers for about a year in our rig, we've been stationary and we've not really left the area that we had lived in for many years. Where we slept every night changed, but nothing else really. Leaving Sudbury was like, now it's official. We're alone now. We're leaving on this journey. And as exciting as that was, it was also scary and all kinds of emotions. But we basically both felt like the timing was as good as it was ever going to be for us to do this, and we just needed to do it. So now we leave for Thunder Bay, Ontario, with a quick stop over in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
So we arrive in the Sioux, and everything's pretty much normal. We register at the KOA, and then we pull into our site. Jill starts doing the outside stuff, like unhooking the truck and checking the sewer and putting the water and all that kind of stuff. And I come inside. And that's pretty much our checklist, and that's how it works. So I open up the slides, and then now anybody who has an RV and travels in an RV knows that once you're parked, one of the first things you do is start opening drawers and cupboards up, but you open those doors very slowly because you're checking to see what happens. So what we've heard is that typically when you're traveling your RV, it's like there's a level 4 earthquake inside with everything shaking and stuff. So you always keep that in mind. So as Jill walks in to double check the water situation and all that stuff, I open up the pantry very slowly. And then we find this.
Hey babe, what are you doing? Looks like there's a little mess there.
A little, yeah.
What might have caused that?
Forgetting to secure the pantry and traveling, and flaxseed bag falls and opens all
everywhere.
It looks like mouse poo.
Well, if you've ever wondered how much I can put in my pantries, I thought I would give you guys a visual, because I've had to take it all out because of a flaxseed incident.
Time we go somewhere, eh?
Yep. Well, I guess we needed to clean under here.
Could have been worse.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, we got some inside the door too. We gotta watch the inside the doors. Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. All right.
It could have been like a liquid or something. At least it's just flaxseed.
Here we are, just leaving Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, headed to Thunder Bay, rounding the first bend where we get to see some beautiful scenery. Mountains for now. Soon to come will be Lake Superior, up the road a little ways. But look at that. Look at that skyline. I'm guessing it's not coming through as good on the camera as it would be if you were sitting here in the truck with us. Look at this terrain. Better slow down. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
Are we having a good morning?
We are. Very good morning.
Was it a good experience pinning up and leaving in the silence?
Yes, it was.
It was before quiet time ended. We weren't supposed to make noise till 8. But we made noise at 7. Oh well. I don't think we disturbed anybody. Here we go. Now we had arrangements made with a friend of ours to stay on her property. She had a very large property just outside of Thunder Bay, and we thought, well, this is great. We have a boondocking spot with some benefits where we can maybe get some 15 amp power, and we'll have everything, all the amenities close by. The challenge was I had never physically been there myself, and our friend, and we love her to pieces, she's not familiar with our rig because she hadn't seen it either. And so we quickly realized that this was going to be a tough squeeze.
Yeah, so like as soon as we got there, Jill gets out of the truck and starts looking at stuff, and he's like, I don't think this is going to work. Like, we don't fit. And I'm like, well, you got to try, because we haven't booked anywhere. We haven't done anything. So, you know, like, this got to work. We don't have a choice, because, you know, you don't get this kind of thing anywhere. Like, this rig doesn't fit just anywhere.
It's
so.
important to plan when you have a 42-foot fifth wheel. Toy hauler, where you need a pull-through sight. We could manage with a back end, but we'd prefer a pull-through. So we tried a couple of different angles. We pulled it in from a couple different... We actually even tried driving straight forward in. It wasn't going to work. The driveway was just too steep, and then it leveled off too quickly, and we were dragging in the back.
Have we taken video of that? Absolutely, we should have, but I'm sure any, you know, vlogger or whatever out there knows that when you get into those situations that are very nerve-wracking and you just, you know, forget that you got to take that video, like you got to take that camera out, and it would have been great footage, but we didn't take it out.
Personally, I get dry mouth when we get into these sticky situations, and I'm responsible for the rig and getting it into a spot without damage and scratches and, you know, all that stuff. But anyway, we tried, and finally, after probably an hour of trying, and we had the buck saws out, we were trimming trees, and finally I said, you know what, that's it. This is not going to work. We cannot fit here. So we reached out to the local KOA, and they had a spot for us for a couple of days. And we decided that we really had no choice. We had to at least take that option and then figure out what we were going to do after that.
Because keep in mind now, the plan is for us to stay there for 2.5 weeks. So 2 days is not enough, and now we have to find a place to park this 42-foot rig.
Beast.
So we head off to the KOA and park it again, you know, do our regular stuff, open up all the cupboard, everything's cool, and the first...
No flaxseed this time.
No. And the first thing Jill says is, let's go for a ride. So for Jill and I, that's, you know, the way we think, the way we, you know, just, we call it two-wheel therapy.
Clear the cobwebs. Let's go for a ride.
So pull out the bike and we went riding.
It was a great ride with perfect conditions that allowed us to put things into perspective. When we returned, we made some calls and came up with Plan B. Tune in next week to find out just what Plan B was. If you made it this far in our video, thank you so much, and please remember to give it a thumbs up if you want, leave us a comment below, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. See you next week.